Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So my wife and I have been up here for a few hours tonight trying to move around lights, trying to just figure out ways to make this channel look more professional. And I'm going to be honest, it gives me a lot of anxiety doing so. I think that trying to make it look more professional and more like a channel that people other than my friends and family would want to watch is kind of just aggravating my anxiety quite a bit. It was so casual when I was just sitting at my desk, basically talking to myself in a camera. And now that I'm like trying to build it into something bigger, it's just, yeah, my anxiety's through the roof right now. You can probably tell I'm probably fidgeting a lot more than I normally do in these videos, which is a lot to begin with. So we're just gonna, keep working at it. I'm sure the more that I do this, the easier it'll become for me to sit here and talk to you guys like this. The easier it will be for me to, just not feel so anxious about the situation. I'm hoping that, when I look back at these first few months of videos a year from now, I can just laugh at like how ridiculous I was being about the whole thing, and that I'll just be much more comfortable by then and just settled into a routine. I think, I had gotten into a routine again of sitting at the desk and talking, and then I slowly started bringing in the mic and then the lights, and then I changed where I was doing things, and it kind of broke that routine that I have, and I am a creature of habit for sure. So changing that up, I think, has again caused quite a bit of anxiety, but I'll work through it. It'll be all right. So as I shared in my video yesterday, last night was D&D night, one of my favorite nights of the week, just because it's, a few hours of talking with my friends, just having fun, pretending to be somebody else. I always enjoy that. So it went pretty well. However, in the big battle that we had, I was effectively made an animal. I had no intelligence. I couldn't speak. I couldn't communicate. I couldn't use any of my spells, which I use a lot of as this character. And I was basically useless for the entire fight. So while everybody else was doing their thing, I took the time to go through my old videos. I put tags on them. I added end cards, so it'll pop up with the video that it recommends for you to watch of my channel, and then a button to subscribe. I don't know how effective that's going to be at getting more people watching. I hope it will be, because it took me a while to go through and do it. But if it doesn't, that's fine. I'm just, as I said, constantly trying to make this channel more interesting to people who are not just my friends and family. So if you see those at the end of this video, let me know what you think about them. If you have any ideas, please just, let me know. And I always take what you guys say to heart. Earlier today, my wife and I were sitting on the couch, and she had found an old SD card for her camera. And we were going through pictures of when we lived in Oregon right after we got married. And I'm going to be honest, it made me tear up a little bit. I miss Oregon so incredibly much that it's ridiculous. I have this longing to go back there, which is stupid, because even when we were there, like, it's not like the world was happy and everything was sunshine and rainbows. I enjoyed our time together there. We got to go out hiking pretty much any chance that we both weren't working. We were outside, we were doing stuff. I miss being able to go to the ocean whenever I want. I lived 3 or 4 blocks away from it. I miss looking out my windows and seeing the mountains. I miss, as she put it the other night, I miss the activities and scenery. But it was hard for us out there. We had no friends. We, were friendly with people that we would meet at work or, elsewhere, but it was very jarring. We had just gotten married. We moved 2,000 plus miles away from where we had spent most of our lives. And it went from having friends that we saw weekly, if not, every other day, to just working and not having any real social connection. And that was definitely hard for me. That's something that I struggle with, though, is this: I always look at the past and sometimes, push aside the negative things and focus on the positive things. And it makes it so I long for something that never really existed to begin with. Because like I said, there were plenty of positive things about our lives in Oregon, but it was incredibly hard not having friends, not having family nearby, not, having any kind of support system. And it was jarring. I think now we're much more used to that. Now that we've been together for, it'll be 10 years since we got married this March. I think we're more prepared for things like that. I think that's made coming down here a little bit easier. We're not super far away from my family, but her family, has moved quite a distance away. But I think we're just more at peace with just being with each other. And it's comforting, knowing that I can come home and see her. And even if I don't have friends, I still have my best friend. And I'm just grateful for her, and I always will be, because she makes life so much better. So even if we did live somewhere in the middle of nowhere again with no friends, I know that now I would be much better off just because I'm with her. And she, makes, like I said, she just makes my life better. And I'm going to be awkward. And she's sitting here on the floor behind the camera because she's been up here helping me out. And I'm saying all this stuff. And she's just looking down at the ground. And now she's smiling at me. But I'm glad she was up here for me to make this video. I usually make these videos without anybody around. I always tell her, she can't even watch my videos if I'm in the same room because I just feel weird about it. But it's okay. She's here staring at me with a cute little smile on her face. And yeah. I don't know if I have much else to say today. Like I said, my anxiety's kind of elevated right now. I'm also afraid that these lights are going to run out of batteries very soon just because we've been messing around with them for so long. But I wanted to, talk to you guys for a little bit, and I hope you get something out of it. And if not, that's okay too. The only thing we always have to remember, and people are probably tired of me saying this at the end of every video, but I don't care. I'm going to say it. Throughout your lives, advance daily. Becoming more skillful than yesterday, more skillful than today. This is never ending. See you guys tomorrow.